it's Lisa from Forever Clean Soap Works. I am going to be making some hot process soap. There's my soap in my crock pot. And I had a follower who had asked me a couple questions about sodium lactate and if I use stuff like that. And I do sometimes. A lot of times I don't, but sometimes I do, and I use it in my hot process. It keeps the soap batter more fluid, so when you're done cooking, you have more time to add some swirls, things like that. But it also hardens your soap because it is a salt solution. So I'm going to show you some of that in just a minute. I'm going to put you up there on that thing, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. So this is what it looks like. Sodium lactate. I get mine from Soaper's Choice. And my recipe today is what I call a triple batch. I call it that because if I were putting it into my soap molds, it would make 3 large molds. However, I just figured out the weight in pounds, and it is just, I mean, when I say just shy, just barely under 10 pounds. So this batch will be a 10 pounder. And I use, let me get my little measuring cup here. I have these little tiny cups and they're 1 ounce. And I use 2 of those in my lye water. I just pour it right in my lye water. So 2 ounces in my 10 pounds of soap. I don't know what other soap makers do. I don't know what the norm is, but that's how I do it. And it works great for me. So that's, I mean, you can experiment yourself and figure out how you like it, but that's how it works for me. I don't want to use too much because honestly, I've done that before. And when you use too much, you get almost a soft soap. And it seems to me like it takes longer to dry and harden. Now, maybe that's just me. Maybe I did something else wrong when I did it, but that's why I don't use too much. But a little bit helps keep it nice and fluid. As you're cooking it, it'll stay more fluid so you can do more things. And here's the thing with this. I want it to stay a little more fluid this time because I am going to be making loofah soaps, and I'm going to be splitting this batter up into 4 different scents. So I need to stay a little bit looser so that I have time to put it in all the molds. And my molds, I'm going to show you real quick because I will show you when I get ready to put them in there. My molds are round, so my loofah fits right in it. And I gotta work quick when I do it like that. So I want it a little more fluid. And let me just get my lye water. I don't know, well, you probably can't tell. I already have my goat milk in here. I do not put my goat milk, I don't mix my goat milk and my lye together. The reason is I don't want my goat milk to scorch. And unless you freeze it and then measure it out and do it that way, it will scorch and kind of smell like ammonia, and I don't want to do that. So I put my goat milk right in my oils, and I'm going to emulsify that in just a minute. And what I do is I take that amount off of the water, that I use for my lye. Now I also put my titanium dioxide right here in my lye water, so it gets a funky look at the top. Can you see that? Looks weird. I'm going to stir it up one more time just to make sure nothing's settled on the bottom, because it does that. And you go to pour it and you have some titanium dioxide on the bottom that doesn't get into your soap. And we don't want that. So, and please feel free to send me any questions that you might have. I didn't even think about discussing the sodium lactate, especially with the hot process soap. I didn't think about it, so someone had asked me about it, and here we go. Now we're talking about it. But yes, I always just put it right in my lye water. So I am going to mix this up real quick so that I emulsify my goat milk and my oils, because it all settles, so the goat milk settles down to the bottom. You see that? There it is. It's kind of chunky because it's been frozen. There you go. It's all mixed in. Well, pretty much. Now I will add my lye water. And look, I still, even though I stirred it, I still have a little bit. I'm going to scrape that out. Still have a little bit that did not get stirred up. That's okay. Here it comes. You gotta be adaptable when you're making soap because things happen. Always. Something's always happening. Oh my goodness. Alright. So that's in there. So got my lye and got my oils. I'm gonna mix it up. You do not have to reach trace when you're doing hot process. You just have to emulsify. That's it. Simple. I think it's all mixed. I sometimes go a little bit longer when I have such a big batch. You know what? I got a little black fleck in here. I'm going to get it out. I don't know what it's from. Probably from my oils. I use raw shea butter. And sometimes there are little pieces in that raw shea butter. Oops, there it is. If I can get it. Get it? Yep. It's a tiny little fleck. That happens a lot of times with the shea butter. I try to keep a really close eye on it. We're good. All right, and I'll let this drip off a little bit. I do not use a lid. And I'll tell you why. The lids don't fit tight enough. Hold on, I gotta get my, oops, I turned it the wrong way. I gotta get my plastic wrap. I never use a lid. Learned the hard way that lids just, all the good stuff, the steam, all escapes. So, plastic wrap it is. And tighten that puppy down. I mean, tighten. If you rip it, either get a new piece or put another piece over the top so you get a good seal, because that seal has saved me many times from volcanoes. Not always. Oops, I ripped a little piece, but not a big piece. It has not always saved me, but it has a lot of times saved me. So has this metal table. Didn't go all over the floor or anything. Alrighty. And there you have it. Oops, turning it the wrong way. Stretching my cord there. Okay, that's the deal. Let me get this out of the way. This is a very large batch. Like I said, it's about 10 pounds. And it's going to take about 45 minutes to cook. I will look at it at 45 minutes. I always cook on high. You don't have to cook forever. Cook it on high, get done. I got things to do. I don't cook it forever. You don't need to. Really, you don't. The most important thing is to watch it, and once it changes color and turns like a Vaseline color, watch it close because this is going to puff up. And soon as that centerpiece turns into that Vaseline looking, it's not really a color, but you know, it looks kind of like Vaseline, then go ahead and open it up and see if there's any solid pieces. If not, stir it up and go. Put your fragrance in and get done. Really, you don't have to cook it till it's all dry. I have had that happen sometimes because I have customers, and sometimes it's ready to come out and I get a customer and it gets a little bit too cooked and a little bit too dry, and you'll get little dry pieces in there, but you know what? They suds up just like everything else. They suds up really good because I've dug them out and tested it. It's crazy, but it works. They still work. So I just love looking at this. I just turned it on high. I didn't turn it on beforehand because my oils were warm already. I have 2 large oil heaters that I master batch my oils in, and I warm them up before I use them so that everything gets melted, because I use a lot of hard butters, cocoa butter and coconut oil, and I want them melted so everything's mixed in really well. That's it. It's gonna cook, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I slap it in the mold and how it's more fluid with the sodium lactate in it. As long as I don't get a customer and overcook it, we'll be good to go. So I'll see you soon. All right, I'm back. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not even been 45 minutes and it's done. So I am turning it to low because I don't want to keep cooking on high while I'm getting everything else ready. I had a customer, so I didn't get everything else ready. I'm going to be making, one of them is going to be blueberry, and one is going to be black cherry. I don't have any blues right now except for this peacock. See my Mad Micah's colors? Awesome colors. I have an affiliate link on my page. So if you want some awesome Mad Micah's colors that mix in really well and look really good, and they're vegan, and it's an awesome company, click that affiliate link down below and it'll take you to their website, and it is no extra charge to you. I just get a small commission on what you buy because I love them that much. So my blueberry is going to be a mix of the peacock and wicked, which will give me a bluish color, maybe. And it's coming out more green. Well, darn. That's life. So we're not going to have a blueberry. I don't really want green. Let me see what else I got here. Oh, I know what I can use. Ha! Believe it or not, Pow Pow Purple has a bluish color to it when it's mixed. We're going to put a little bit in there and see what happens. Yeah, believe it or not, that one comes out more blue, I think, when you mix it in than purple. So, and I need a little bit more oil, and there we go. Now we're getting some blue. Yep. I should have thought of that to begin with. There we go. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? That's kind of like a blueberry color. You know how blueberries have that silvery color to them? Huh. I like that. All right. So that's my spiel for Mad Micas. I love them. I love them. When you order from them, they give you a joke and candy. They're an awesome company. They are awesome. So I need all my space here, and I got to move stuff around, and I'm going to turn the camera off. But I will come back in a little while and show you what it looks like after I've put them in the molds. I don't think I have enough room here to show you while I'm actually doing it. I'm sorry, I'm walking around. I always walk around while I'm doing stuff. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll have room. Maybe. I'm going to try it. Okay. I'm going to take this off, but then I'm going to put more on after I scoop out what I need. And be careful, it's hot. Okay, see how it's different color now? And see how it looks like a Vaseline kind of thing? And it's all soft? It is ready. It's ready. Look how fluid it is. Look at that. Yeah, it's great. It is great. Woohoo! I know, the simple things make me so happy. Okay, I might be a weirdo, but I love the smell of soap batter without anything in it. I just do. Alright. And I made the mistake of not mixing my titanium dioxide in before I put my lye in the water. My mistake, not anybody else's. Mad Mica's titanium dioxide mixes in great, but always do it before you put the lye in the water. Just fair warning. That looks good. Yeah, I didn't weigh because I want to hurry and do this. And I didn't weigh it because, oh, ha! I had it set for 45 minutes. Perfect. Perfect. So, I'm going to put some more back on here to keep all that moisture in. I want to keep it in. I don't want this stuff drying out. And it's on low now because I don't need to cook it anymore. I just need to keep it really good and warm so it'll stay nice and fluid. Alrighty. Sorry, I'll be right back. I do have to weigh my fragrance oil. Okay, yeah, this smells delicious. Can you see any of this? No. See, I can't move that very far. Let me see if I can move my camera. Okay, I guess you can kind of see now. Look how fluid. Oh my gosh, it smells like blueberries. Oh, delicious. I did throw it up on the scale, so I did know how much I had in here. I know, I say things and then I change my mind, and yeah. Now, I'm not going to worry about separating that. Look at that blue. That is a mix of Peacock, Wicked, and Pow Pow Purple. And that is blueberry if I ever saw it. Wow. Anyway, I'm not going to separate this to mix that color, and I'm just going to do it in the bowl swirl real quick. Sorry, I had to close my door. Alright, I mix it in just a little bit right here. Just to get it in that soap batter, and then I will swirl it. Like I said, these are going to be Loofah Soaps. So I'm not trying to color the whole thing, just to swirl through there. And there we have it. Sorry. I have to always hang my head upside down to see if you can see what I'm seeing. This is how I do it. I mush it in there like this. Do not fill it totally to the top. Close, but not totally. You do have to work fast, so not as fast if you didn't, or I'm sorry, not as fast because I put the sodium lactate in there, so it's staying much more fluid than normal. Actually, I was out of sodium lactate for a long time and I bought more. And I have to remember to use it every time. You know, you get working and you just forget stuff. That's me. I do anyway, I just forget stuff. Drop it. Like it's hot, because it is. I didn't forget to put the loofahs in. I'm going to do this other one real quick before I grab my loofahs. My loofahs are locally grown. And if you didn't know, the loofah is actually related to gourds. They are a gourd, I guess. They do not come from the ocean. They are not a sponge. Sponges, actually, real sponges grow in the ocean. These grow and they look kind of like a zucchini when they're growing. And mine are grown locally. I try to keep local farmers in business. Gosh, this blueberry smells so good. And look at this. I almost had enough for 2 full trays. That was pretty good guessing on my part when I scooped it out of there, wasn't it? You do this long enough and you get pretty good at guessing. Oops. I do kind of leave, you'll see why. Sorry. I kind of leave that little bit, like it doesn't matter if it's kind of open. Right, here comes the loofahs. Stick them in, squish them in. Oops, get down in there. There we go. Kind of smooth them. Stick them in, smooth them around. That's all I do. Gosh, these smell good. Holy smokes. No wonder I had a few out there. I made a big order and I had some left. And so I just stuck them out in my pile of loofahs. And they sold like immediately. I'm like, well, now I guess I need to make more loofahs. There we go, there's that. I don't like that one. That one's kind of little, but that's okay. Squish. 5 more. Whoa, that one was big. Yeah, these are all different sizes. They try to give me close to the same size all the time because I request a certain size. But they are homegrown, so, you know, it's not a commercial type place that I get them from. Just a farmer. So they're not always the same. Sometimes they're really stiff and hard, and other times they're kind of soft. So, yeah. But I think people appreciate that I buy my stuff locally. There we go, that one's done. They will look prettier when I take them out because then the backs will be all nice and smooth and pretty. Cool. Next, I'm gonna do black cherry. So, for that I am going to use Angry Rose. Here we go. Voodoo. There we go. Angry Rose and Voodoo. The black cherry. Get a little oil. Look at that color. Isn't that gorgeous? That is Angry Rose, which I am almost out of. So guess what I'll be doing? I'll be making an order. And that's still doing fine. Still very loose. Oh yeah, I mix colors all the time. Make just what I want. Oh, that's looking pretty. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Only, I want a little bit more color in there. No, I don't measure. Same reason why I threw all that soap in that bowl and I didn't weigh it to begin with. And it came out almost perfect. I almost had enough for 2 exact molds, which would have been 12. I don't care that I don't get exactly the amount because these are just for the store. It's not like I'm making an order for somebody. Just for my store. So I don't care if I have 11 or 12. Oh my goodness, that is black cherry. That's a combination of Angry Rose and Voodoo. Play with the colors, man. Just play with them. And let me wipe off this. So, I was going to tell you something, and now I totally forgot. That's what happens when you're working, man. You just, you know, I get in the zone, I forget what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm making these videos, I forget everything as I'm doing stuff. And if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that, because you'll see that I have to go get this and go get that and everything. Okay, next, and then I will cover it again because I'm not going to use all of this for cherry. I think I'll make some mango too. Mango is very popular. Now, this is starting to cook a little bit more, so what I'm going to do is just turn it down to warm. I don't want to turn it totally off. I just want it on warm. It's getting a little thicker, but it's still good. Look at that. It's still really good. Really, really good. So here goes some more. Am I measuring? No. I will throw it up on the scale though and see about if I'm good and put some when I put my fragrance in there. There we go. And I think the rest of that will be mango papaya. Very, very popular in this store, that's for sure. These particular fragrances, ooh, that was hot. Careful when you're doing this because it is hot. These particular fragrances come from Nature's Garden, and I like them a lot. They have nice fragrances, they really do, and really decent prices. Also use them for my candles. So, I can match a lot of my stuff. I can match my candles with my soap. Alright, 1 second. I'm going to put this on the scale and pour some fragrance in there. Oh, I am good. That is almost exact what the last one was. Almost exactly the same. Oh, I just got a whiff of that fragrance right up my nose. Okay. Shoo. Oh. Good thing this is nice and clean. I cleaned it before I made soap. So I'm throwing it back in there because this was all cleaned and sanitized before I made the soap. Shoo. Don't stick your head over it. Oh my goodness. Don't do that with any of them. Because, you know, it's steaming up and you get it right up your nose. Woo. That's why I go nose blind. This stuff all day long. But I smell good when I leave. All right, look at that, and it's sat, and look at that black cherry. Yeah, baby. All right, good to go. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Loving that color. Now my sides are starting to dry a little bit, so I'm gonna get a move on. Get a move on, get going. Yeah, I had, same thing, I had some cherry ones out there too. And both of those sold so fast. And it's not that I have exotic flavors, scents or anything. I have a lot of the same ones all the time because people, you know, they buy something, they like it, they want to come back and get the same thing. And this was a request for a wholesale customer. And so I had some extras, and boy did people like them. Who knew blueberry and cherry would sell like that? Yes. Nice. Add a little bit more to that one. I might add a little bit more to that one because I can tell it's not gonna be enough. Alrighty. Number 2. Now these will harden a little faster with the sodium lactate in there because it's a salt solution. And when you make salt soaps, like I make a Himalayan pink salt soap, oh buddy, I make it in round molds, which I was gonna do it today, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough round molds to do all this. I make it in round molds because I used to make it in loaf molds, and you have to cut it within 20 minutes, or it's too hard to cut because it's already dry. That salt just, man. Super hard bar though. Those suckers last. When you buy a Himalayan pink salt soap, it lasts a long time. But it is next on the agenda. Oh, I did get exactly the same amount. It is next on the agenda because I am out. And I have been so busy with orders and such that I'm behind again on my soap making. Alright, let me get some more loofahs. I have this giant bag over here. It's one of those industrial garbage bags, and it's full of loofahs. There were 500 of them in there. There were, but not now. Oh, that one's so soft. Look how pretty. Keep grabbing the same one. See how this one's a little different size? It looks like a face. Like a big old face. Get down in there. There we go. I know, I think that they all have little faces on them. I know, I'm weird. Okay. And then the next one will be mango papaya, which to me is the perfect summer scent. Hands down. I don't care what other scents I have some other ones that I absolutely love. Like I love my water lily mint. That one smells delicious. I got a new one. What's the new one called? Oh, beach daisies. Beach daisies. Love that one. But you know, that Mango papaya. It is, oh, it just smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this out of here, and if I can't, I'm gonna pick a different one because people sometimes don't like seeing the seeds. See the seed in there? Can you see it? A little black seed. And it doesn't hurt anything, but you know, sometimes people don't want to see it. I get the scissors out and cut one little corner of it here. Get it out. And I think it's because of, you know, it's a black seed. Somebody called me once. There's something in my soap. It's a seed. It's okay. There we go. Number 2 is done. Ta-da! Pretty, pretty. So, let's set these over here. And now we are going to do mango papaya. Let me get my fragrance oil poured into something. See, I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was not prepared. Part of the reason is I was waiting on my timer and I had a customer and I didn't pay any attention to my timer. And then when I saw it was almost time, I came in here to look and it was time. Okay, mango papaya, what colors do we need? I will tell you. Now you're gonna think this is weird, but it comes out really pretty. Okay, got the fragrance and I don't need the bowl. We're gonna mix it right in the crock pot. We got brazen hussy and flotation device. I know. Who would think? Now, here's the other thing I'm gonna do. I have a little mini mixer that I'm going to use for this because these neon colors can leave speckles. I don't want speckles. My little mini mixer is stained. Well, it's not really stained, but I can't get that out. I guess it is kind of stained. You know how mango is like a yellowy, orangey, reddish? I don't know. All I know is I can't eat mango anymore. I am allergic. So if you've ever licked a 9-volt battery and got that zap, I mean, we used to do that when we were kids. That's what mango does to me. It zaps me. It does. I don't know why. I love mango. It doesn't love me. Oh, I'm gonna need a little yellow on that, I think. Because these are so neon-y. Neon-y. That it's a little too much. Regular yellow is in the other room, but that's okay. I have a neon yellow. I should cut down on some of that orangey. There we go. Color. Loving that. And yes, it's a little bright, but once you mix it in, it won't be so bright. Let's bring the crock pot over here. You can see what I'm doing, and this is the last. So I'm going to turn it off because it won't take but a few minutes. You saw. Oh, let me wipe this off. This is my favorite spatula. So, and because these are all fragrance oils, I'm not worried about mixing a fragrance oil with a fragrance oil. If I was using essential oil, I would use different spatulas. But a fragrance oil, I'm not worried about it. It's just a little bit of leftover on here, and once you spritz it with alcohol and everything, you're good. And here's the thing, I may still make a small batch of Himalayan soap. I gotta see how many soap molds I have left. And here we go. You can see it's starting to thicken up a little more, but I've made 3 batches here, and that's all the thicker it's gotten. So sodium lactate gives you time to work. Especially if you're doing it all in one and you're going to split up your batter into different fragrances. Or even different colors. You know, you want time to work with it. That smells so good. Here we go. And here is our little, and I can't get it out. Let me get a stick. I don't get all of it out, but most of it. More than if I'd have just left it sitting there. Alrighty. The flotation device. The names of some of the Mad Mica colors are awesome. Like Brazen Hussy. Yep. And Pow Pow Purple. Oh, Grape Knee High. I like that one. Maniacal Pea. They just have some of the best names. Like I said, it's an awesome company. I am going to get this in my molds because it's getting thick. So here we go. One more time, baby. One more time. Right. I am going to have 2 helpers tomorrow, which is Good Friday. Yes, I'm open. And I will have 2 helpers, and I will get a lot done. It's just hard when you're here by yourself. A lot easier when you got somebody that can wait on customers while you're making stuff. Alright. This mold. This one may be able to get more out of because it's always deceiving when I look in here. I always think I have less in here than I actually do. So, yeah, but that's okay because I did mango last and I really love mango. I have so many I need to make. Oh my gosh. I'm low on loofahs. See, we just started soap of the month, so I had to make those. Made those last month. And just debuted that today. Limited quantities though. And then I made some for next month already, so it'll be ready. So I have been busy, and then I had orders, wholesale orders. And so I've been super duper busy. And I need my helpers to come so I can get caught up, because I have another big wholesale order that's going to be coming in. 'Tis the time of year. They want their stuff for summer. But so do I. And I can only work so many hours a day. I know. Well. So if you're still watching, thanks for hanging in with me. I always like to watch to the end, because what if they tell you something that, you didn't get to see because you shut it off early? Right? I watched till the end. I'm watching YouTube videos. Okay. I think I got most of it out of there. Now, did you see how awesome and fluid that was through the whole thing? Started to get a little thick at the end. That's okay. We managed. Okay, I get my loofahs out. Them in there. Look at that. I did 3 of those. Yay! People will be happy. Yes, they will. They will be very, very happy. Their mango is back. Sorry, I'm digging them out of the bag. I'm coming. Look, they all stuck together. Okay, my sleeves here. Pop those babies in. And then these will go in the drying room, and tomorrow we will pop them out. Now they should be dry in a couple weeks and ready to go. Wow, that one really squished out. Put some over in this other one that doesn't have quite as much. Could have done another one. I probably should have just started putting them in there. I do that just to make sure that the bottoms don't have big gaps in them. Oh, there's a seed. Do you see it? Pop it out of there real quick. My handy dandy little scissors here. There we go. They usually remove all the seeds because they use them as they grow more. And they usually ask me at the beginning of the season if I'm going to be doing lots of loofahs. I always do lots of loofahs because they want to know how many to plant. Plant a bunch. Customers like my loofahs. Oh, that one really squished. Okay. Gonna make sure he's down in there. That was a softer one. Whoever buys that one, I'm sorry. It's a little soft. That one too. Darn it. They're in there. Just kind of sideways a little. There we go. One more. Started with this one. Now it's getting dry and they don't want to go all the way down in there. We're going to squish them. We're going to squish hard. There we go. Get some that are a little stiffer so I can squish them a little harder. That's a good stiff one. More. That one's a funky color. I don't want that one. It's kind of a funky color too, but I think these are, I'm gonna get a couple different ones. These are so soft. Those really soft ones I will use with a cold process soap that I can pour in there. So, which I may make some cold process ones tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. And the reason I would do that, gosh, get in there, is because I can do several at a time. I don't have to cook it, because this did take, I mean, it doesn't take a long while, but it took a little while to do this. And when I do the cold process, I can bam, 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 and get them all out really fast. They just take longer to cure. There we go. That's it. We're done. I made a mess. So thanks for watching, and click subscribe and the little bell so you'll know when a new one is coming out or has come out. I appreciate you watching. And questions, yeah, put the questions down there. Okay, where are you? There you are. Ah! Bye!